What's up, YouTube? So, this happened. It's kind of tough to see, but yeah. So I'm not cool enough to have the whole overlay thing because I'm just too, I just want to get it out there and just do things. But we're going to do it from inside the spoopiness of my spoopy apartment, which is all like, yeah, the colors, the lights, the skulls, the bones. Look at the bones! It's got fangs, you know. All right, Monty Python reference. Yes, no. My little skeleton hanging up. He's just chilling. He's doing his own thing. And then, of course, got all the red lights all up in the ceiling here, and I got all the cool shit over here. All the sweet autographs. And yeah, look, there's Anthony Daniels right there. There's 3PO. 3PO's hanging out up there. And there's Boba Fett. Yep. And there's General Veers, and there's Rogue One Darth Vader. Carl Urban for some reason, just hanging out there. Yeah, Star Wars stuff and autograph coolness, awesome. You gotta have two. Boom, the original posters. You got, you know, Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return. But I also have this fun one that I love in here so much. It's terrible looking in here. Revenge of the Jedi. Love that one. It's gotta stay right where it is. So what's gonna happen is we're gonna look at this trailer. I've already seen it. I've already watched it on, you know, my phone a few times. I was at the bar, and yeah, drinking. And yes, God, that game was horrible. But I'm a New Jersey boy, and I'm a Jets fan, so I have to root for the oh God, I have to root for the Jets. Anyways, let's get into this, point some cool shit out, and we're gonna go from there. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna play. And here it goes. Yeah. So, first off, real quick. So we've got a training droid. We got a training remote that's kind of floating through the air. And this one's seen right here. You can barely see it. And then down on the bottom, we actually have the helmet. The helmet is actually from Endor. So this scene that we're seeing in the very beginning is Rey is running through Endor, which is cool. Which then, you know, obviously when it comes to the whole Death Star later on crashing into the planet and then, you know, sitting whatever, it's like the pieces and the remnants would obviously land on Endor because it held the shield generator. Let me try this out too. This is pretty quiet. Let's turn this baby up, and hopefully I don't get flagged because that would stink. All right, come back to it. There we go.
Feeling the Force brought together.
So Finn's back. Rey's running through Endor. Okay, in here we can see, kind of in the background here, I don't know if we can get it in there, but we can see Lando, we can see 3PO. See 3PO. That's funny. We see Poe in the background, and someone is giving a speech. I'm most likely going to say that it's Leia giving a speech in, like, reference to either the original Death Star assault or the speech to the snow speeders at the very end, or the very beginning of Empire Strikes Back for good luck, you know. Especially since they're underneath a craft of some kind that looks like a larger ship than we're used to.
We're not alone. Good people will fight it.
So Chewie's back. Unfortunately, Peter Mayhew is not with us. That's sad. It's been a tough year. It's been pretty tough. You know, I had the pleasure of meeting him a few different times. And then actually meeting his friends and family, and then also being invited to his memorial here in Dallas. So it was beautiful, and it's, you know, it's gonna be tough to watch, but we know that, you know, with JJ back in the reins, it's in good hands. Poe's got this whole kind of like Uncharted thing going on here, which is kind of interesting. It's like, in the poster you see him with an actual like a pistol looking kind of thing versus like a regular blaster. So that's kind of interesting. Finn's got a new look too as well. Kind of the same jacket, but then he also has a satchel pouch to it. They're standing in front of Poe's X-Wing, so it's down on a planet. Looks tropical, so it could be possibly Endor, it could be possibly back at Maz Kanat's. Who knows? We'll find out. Alright, so we had one of the original ships taking off right there, which is very reminiscent to the original scene of, or at the end of Rogue One, leading into A New Hope. So we might be seeing a throwback to one of the old ships, one of the old class Corvettes that we've seen, which would be awesome, would be great. And then in this one we're seeing here, we see the turret on the right here. This is part of the trench run from episode 4. So they're fighting on the trench run, which is super cool. I mean, literally, Blaster in the background, Rey standing here, she looks kind of furious. You can see in the background here too, there's also more. Kylo shows up with his sad puppy face. And then there's this. This is weird. So there's two things that's weird about this scene here. If you actually go back and you watch it and you look at it. Up top, it looks like a glacier. But down below, it looks like a city because it doesn't mirror the top. So this looks like an actual city down below here. So there's structure, there's right angles, all this kind of stuff. Up here, it's very strange. So there's probably some kind of a new city that we're going to be introduced to, which is going to be really cool. Okay. Now we get to the weird stuff. The weird stuff. We start to hear Palpatine's voice, and we see a throne. This might be from either book lore or from one of the other shows. I'm not 100% sure on this. If you know what it is, comment in the comments below. Let me know what it is, because I'm really interested to see, because there's claw marks, it looks like, on the actual seat itself, and it does look reminiscent of the same throne with the actual outline and the way that it's all cut, the way that it's seated. It looks like Palpatine's from the throne room in Return of the Jedi. Now that's the nuts part. So we were used to the cruisers from the First Order. That's not a cruiser from the First Order. That's an Imperial Star Destroyer. So later on, you'll see there's actually like hundreds of them that have just been buried. So is this all because of some kind of like protocol, like an Operation Cinder or something like that that's tied to the actual lore of the actual film? Don't know. Or the series. Okay. Crazy things in here. So we've got the Millennium Falcon. We have other ships in the background that are actually from other things. One of them, I forget where the location is actually from Star Wars Rebels. Is the Rebel ship. So are they going to bring that into it? This is going to get weird.
Coming together.
Everyone back in the cockpit. It's great. You got Chewie, you got Rey, you got Finn, you got Poe, and then you got 3PO in the background. Again, fighting on the trench run. This is the trench right here where the water's all coming down. Gun positions are actually up on the actual sides here, which were actually from the original turrets. Some weird stupid ship like they did in the last one, which was not dumb. Now this is the interesting part, is that he actually goes and gets rewired, and people are saying that he's looking...
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. At my friends.
So does that mean that he's going to integrate into the Imperial network and he's going to become an Imperial droid, which leads to the fact that he has the red eyes versus the white eyes, and then he's going to forget all his memory and he's going to wind up being transitioned over to the other side to help them out? Who knows? But it's a pretty good bet. Awesome shot is awesome. Sadness is sad on her birthday as well. BB-8 doing his thing. Now, alright, this I loved. So we've got Y-Wings actually doing maneuvers and actual tactics, firing rounds at ships. They've got people actually running along the exterior of the ships. There's the throne room from the original. That right there is what we're thinking is an Imperial Sentinel droid that was originally for Palpatine. The way that it breaks apart, it falls down, it collapses. The fact that these two fight against it because, for whatever reason, but they're on an actual Imperial ship because you can tell by the lighting that they actually have and the actual door in the background, which actually has the same shape that Vader's capsule had in the Empire Strikes Back. So we're thinking this is a Sentinel droid. But here now, you actually have them running along the exterior as they did in Battlefront 2. They had the fights, then you have all the original Imperial ships fighting up top. Now these are not, you can tell by the way the shapes are, these are not First Order, these are Imperial. Which is awesome. And a huge fight ensues. And then, whoops, can we go back a second? Right there. Okay. Palpatine's cloak, but he's wired into a chair. So is he an android? Is it robotic? Is he a clone? Who knows? But then you get this.
The Force will be with you.
Always.
Okay, so the Force will be with you always comes from Leia and Finn. So does that mean, since we know Leia's Force sensitive, is Finn also Force sensitive? And what does that mean? It's crazy, man. Tickets are on sale now. Pick up your tickets as soon as you can. Go see the movie. Drop your comments below. And may the Force be with you always. And yes, I'm a Jets fan. God. Oh.